Well, good morning. So this is Big Timmy. I've been putting a little bit of well water in it to kind of get that level, see where we're going to be at, and see where I need dam height and stuff. But today I'm going to work on the overflow to it and the start of a pecan orchard. So originally it was just dumping out that way. We decided to dump it out on the highest part here. And let me get on the other side of this fence and I'll show you what we're going to do. All right, so we're just going to walk this. I think you can see right over here where the water's going to come out and go through this fence. What I want to do is I'm going to lose a lot of my land about where the horse is down there. That's probably where my property line is going to be, maybe another 10 or 20 yards past that. The highway's getting expanded. So anyway, because I'm going to have this nice shallow area and I've got a solid fence here, I figure we'll make a pecan orchard out here, and the cows would never be out here, so I don't have to worry about them belly rubbing or head rubbing on them. So what I want to do is going to be similar to my waffled swale, but I'm going to have the water run out past this gate and then straight down this through here, which is a road. It's nice and compacted because it was a road. I'm going to build a bunch of squares. I don't want to get the stuff out to get it on contour, so I'm just going to dig. I'm basically going to make a swale, but maybe every 10 or 20 feet there's going to be a dam, so it's going to have to fill up the swale, overflow, fill up the next one, overflow, fill up the next one. So that allows me to go downhill but still hold water, if that makes sense. So I'm just going to do it down here. And I also need the dirt, so I need to start feathering out Big Timmy's dam. Walk down here so we can get a better look. And I'm getting I think I told you I've been filling it up. I'm getting a little seepage over here. I mean, this area was what was soupy. I was scooping out the bottom of the lake, which had water in it, and damming it up, and it was real soupy. I got a feeling it's going to fix itself once things compact. But anyway, when I scoop the dirt here, I'm going to start working on feathering this whole thing out and getting some good topsoil in here. And then, which leads to the question of what to do next. And the final decision will be after I see the water and water fill it up all of these, and then see where it wants to go. But I'm going to walk down here because I saw something pretty interesting. Okay, so I thought about, my mind went to go ahead and diverting it back in here, but I don't think we need to, especially if we are getting some seepage out of this dam. That's going to keep all this hydrated. I'm also looking, it's like everywhere from this point is downhill. So back in this area here is where, maybe more where that horse is. I anticipate my final pond, which is going to be my big pond that's a keyed dam, and we'll actually, I don't know if you can see a pond in there. We can actually divert that water this way instead of running it straight down to the highway to get into this pond system. So this, if I put a pond here, it would catch my main flow and my diagonal flow. But I mean, if you've seen any of my videos or my popular videos with a 3-inch rain event, you're going to say, okay, you don't need a lot of, you don't need all the water in your pond system. It just makes it a big gust or overflow. Anyway, so we got that as a possibility, but we can go any direction we want. I'm just looking at the slope. I mean, it's actually, from where I'm sitting, it's actually downhill to Abby, my horse down there. So I could actually cut a terrace this way, literally taking the water this way, zigzag it back this way, and then zag it back here, really hydrating more of the land. So I'm real interested to see where this is gonna end up, but we're gonna take it one step at a time. Right now I'm gonna hop on the skid steer, start digging my waffle squares, and start putting it on that dam there where it needs it. Okay, well, there's Big Timmy there. You can probably tell I'm kind of feathering it, kind of sculpting it. You can see a difference from here to here. So I've sculpted all of this, and then we turn around, and this is actually the overflow, just to keep it from coming back the backside of the dam. So I kind of got it nice and sculpted, and I'm gonna start bringing that dirt in and putting it on top. All right, so what I'm doing right here, this land actually is sloping down a little bit, and you know, these excavators are just gonna follow your wheel patch. I mean, if the ground sloped, it's gonna dig you a sloped hole. So I'm coming in this way so I can try to visually create a level area, and then once that level area is done, I should be able to turn the skid steer and it'll now be level instead of tilting, and then I'll follow the fence line and start digging my things. So I think if I get 2 bucket widths here this way, I'll be able to turn around and go. But yeah, let's get busy. I had put this little fence over here so I could open up into, move the cows into different paddock. There we go. Anyway, it created a problem for me getting equipment in here. So over there is where I'm working. Over here is where I'm scooping, and rather going through that gate all the way down here, I want to go through this gate. So I'm gonna have to swing the gate inside, so I'm gonna have to just take some of this dirt, which is clay, but it brought up a good point I wanted to talk to you guys about. This big rain we got, it just, everything became much more clearer for me. I mean, look right here, it hadn't rained in probably a week, and I still got seepage coming out. I mean, this is my deep root zone, which is kind of a plateau up here, and water's still seeping out here, and it goes around a corner, it's going down to the big Timmy over there. But it's like, man, this is a perfect place for another little pocket pond, and it would probably hold water and keep water. Not only hold the water because it's clay, but the seepage coming in would fill it. But one of my things is you can see it all torn up here from it. Anyway, a pond in every paddock is kind of one of my goals. And I'm gonna come around here. I've got to move the cows over to here so they wouldn't be in my way. Anyway, so you see the plateau over there, and I'm seeing it here too. It's very dark where you got the pine needles or cedar needles. It's very dark here. So I'm thinking I could build me a little pocket pond here, and like I said, just to not have to have water troughs out here. Let's say they come out here every 2 weeks kind of deal. Well, would you rather put the water in a water trough, and then when you move them, it's just, you know, you got mosquito larvae and all that stuff, and yeah, I can put minnows in it, or just put it in the ground here, and when I'm gonna move them in here, just fill that thing up. I can keep a couple of perch in here, especially if it's gonna hold water. So we may see another pocket pond here, and it may be Lake Remy. Remy's I don't know how old he is. He's going into the 3rd grade, but he wants to, told me he could come run my excavator, so me and him will probably dig a pond here. Well, I'm getting close on getting the gate open. Just gotta hit this area here, then I'll be coming back around here to get out. Okay, so far it's going pretty good. This over here is the overflow dam. Anyway, I mean, you can see here it comes down and then dips back up, but as you get to about right here, maybe you can see it fill it in to where it's more of a gradual slope. The further down I get, the more soil it's going to take, because it just naturally has a bigger slope there. But it's almost like where this tree is right here, I need to just have it slope all the way up that way like that. Anyway, it's going to take a lot of dirt, but I got plenty of dirt. So as far as the swale itself, looks like, you know, you got these divider poles on the fence. Looks like I went about 2.5 poles, then I left about 1/3 of a distance, and then starting on my second swale down there. I'm not sure how that's going to work, and I really didn't get as level as I wanted to. But when I first did it, I had like a dam here, but it was just tapered here where the water would have went this way, so I had to go deeper. Got to make sure I got a defined ledge on each side, that way it'll push the water that way. And then as far as down there, like I said, leaving probably a 3-foot gap. I'll make sure it's still lower. I may just have to get a pickaxe and just, you know, just put a little trench in the dead center of it. I've seen where Jeff Lawton will have PVC pipes in it, but I really want to keep this all natural. If anything, I could put a 1-log dam between each dam and then cut a V notch for the water to overflow. But I don't think it's going to be a deal where I'm transferring water from one tank to the other. I'm just going to fill it up, whether it's nature or a well. Just run it overnight so the whole thing, this one fills up, overflows, the next one keeps on going. Once the last one's filled up, I'll turn the water hose off. And hopefully that'll water the future pecan trees for a couple of weeks in the heat of the summer. Okay, so I'm done for the day. I'm happy with what I got done. You can see the slope out. It's no longer going down and then back up. What I'm going to do next is round bale over here somewhere. I'm going to spread it out across the dirt, seed it, and then this will be a hands-off area till it gets established. But I got a lot more to go, and it's going to need more dirt the further I go, because I think you can see the height differential here. And you can see the seepage I'm dealing with. I got a feeling it's going to stop because this is not compacted, but it definitely has a lot of clay. Anyway, getting some seepage through it. Hopefully it'll self-heal itself. And if it doesn't, hopefully there's enough seepage coming downhill into the pond to offset the seepage going out, and that's not a bad thing. It just keeps everything hydrated. Anyway, the last thing to show you is going to be my the pecan swales. See where I ended up with. I got 2 of them done. Not sure how many I'm going to have. You can see it right here. I cut it in, left native soil here, cut it in, left native soil, and I'm cutting on my 3rd one. And just looking, I'd say 4 or 5 of them to get to the end of this fence. I'm kind of excited to see what happens after that. I already discussed it, but which way we'll go from there. I mean, we're going to zig and zag and move this water all over the place, keep it on my land. Get another view of Big Timmy, then we'll sign off. Y'all have a great day.